Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Within the PC Settings app window in Windows 8.1, you can click the Network category at the left side of the screen to display network settings within this window. The categories of settings are listed in the pane at the left side of the screen. You click the setting categories shown in the listing to change their individual settings in the right side of the window. Note that you can click the back arrow that appears next to the network title at the left side of the window to return to the main PC Settings window. This lesson will examine the settings that you can change within the Network Settings category. You can click the Connections category at the left side of this window to view connection settings in the area to the right. Any active network connections that you are using will be shown in the Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and VPN sections. If you need to create a connection for any type listed, click the Add a Connection button within the appropriate section to then enter the connection information into the window that appears. For existing connections, you can click the name of a connection shown in each section to view its connection details within this window. You can then change any connection settings shown, such as the Find Devices and Content setting for each connection, by clicking the toggle switches shown to enable or disable the features. You can also click the Copy button shown to copy the connection settings if needed. You can then click the back arrow button in the upper left corner of the connection screen to return to the connection's settings when you are finished. You can click the Airplane Mode category at the left side of this window to view airplane mode settings in the area to the right. Under the Airplane Mode section, you can click the toggle switch to enable the Turn this on to stop all wireless communication setting. You can click the same switch to disable the setting when you want to turn wireless communication back on. Under the Wireless Devices section, you can click the toggle switch to either the on or off positions to enable or disable the Wi-Fi setting. You can click the Proxy category at the left side of this window to view proxy server settings in the area to the right. A proxy server is a server to which your computer connects for things such as Internet access. Under the Automatic Proxy Setup section, the Automatically Detect Settings setting is enabled by default. To specify an automatic configuration script to use for the proxy server, or to enable manual proxy server setup, you can click the toggle switch for this setting to turn it to the off position. To then specify an automatic configuration script to use, set the Use Automatic Configuration Script toggle switch to the on position by clicking it. You can then enter the pathway or address to the script by typing it into the script address text box and then clicking the adjacent Save button to save the configuration. Alternately, if you wish to manually specify proxy server settings, ensure that the Use Automatic Configuration Script toggle switch setting is set to the off position. Then enable the Use a Proxy Server toggle switch under the Manual Proxy Setup section by clicking it to turn it to the on position. Then enter the address to the proxy server into the address text box and enter the port number used to connect into the port text box. If there are addresses that you do not want the proxy server to resolve, you can enter them into the Use the Proxy Server except for addresses that start with the following entries, use semicolons to separate entries text box. You can also check the Don't use the proxy server for local or intranet addresses checkbox to enable that feature. Once you have manually configured your proxy server settings, click the adjacent Save button to save the settings. You can click the Homegroup category at the left side of this window to view Homegroup settings in the area to the right. A home group is a home network that allows you to share files, devices, and media with other users of computers connected to the same home group network. If a home group has been created on the network, you can enter the password to join the home group into the Enter the Home Group Password text box, and then click the Join button in the screen to add this computer to the home group. If no home group has yet been created on the network, you can instead click the Create button that appears, and then follow the on-screen prompts to create a home group for your network. If you create a home group, be sure to write down the home group password that is created, as you will need to enter this password into the Windows 8.1 installations on the other computers or devices to join the home group. When you're finished with your home group, you can next click the Workplace category at the left side of the window to view Workplace Connections settings in the area to the right if you're using Windows 8.1 Pro. Under the Workplace section, enter the user ID that you use to connect to resources on your work network into the Enter Your User ID to get Workplace Access or Turn on Device Management text box. After that has been correctly entered, click the Join button to join your workplace network using the credentials specified. If you need to enable device management on your work network, then click the Turn On button.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.